Yes, my friends, Swagatam and Suswagatam not only to the class but to the lesson more. Please concentrate on this. The very important derivation you are going to have. Expression for the step response, the unit step response to start with of a second order system. So in general we can call this unit step response of second order systems. So you have as usual system represented by a block like this, which the transfer function of this is m of s. You remember in the expanded form for a second order system, that is g of s over 1 plus g of s into h of s simplified or arranged in standard form must give omega n squared divided by s squared plus 2 delta into omega n into s plus omega n squared, or some constant may come along with this. You take that as 1 for this purpose. So this is standard form of the closed loop transfer function, main transfer function. It's also called control ratio in general, the C of s by R of s ratio. We start with this. That is the system. Now we are going to give the input, that is R of t, which is equal to U of t for unit step input. Just like pure DC input of 1 volt or whatever it is. If it is mechanical system, it may be 1 Newton of force. If it is heat also, 1 degree centigrade, something like that. What is R of s for this? Laplace of this, which is 1, giving you 1 by s. More important for us. So what do we want? We want C of t. The response for this input, obviously this will be the step response, which is nothing but Laplace inverse of C of s. So we'll start with this. First of all, R of t, the input, is nothing but U of t. Therefore, it is equal to 1 for t greater than 0 or equal to 0 for t less than 0. I'm writing all the steps for your continuous following this. Graphically, you can represent like this. 0 up to t is equal to 0. And then it can jump suddenly to unit value instead of a or whatever it is. Now it is steady at one value. This is the representation of ut graphically. Mathematical, graphical. More than this, we want R of s, because it is equal to 1 for this interval, which is of great importance for engineers. This is nothing but Laplace of 1, and therefore this is 1 over s. Call this one. What is m of s? Already written. So how do we start with? We start with C of s. From this expression, C as a function of s, the Laplace of the step output is nothing but R of s into m of s. That is nothing but 1 by s into omega n squared over s squared plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n squared. Mathematical simplification to get C of t can be done in 2-3 ways. But I would go for faster and shorter, easily rememberable manner, please. One method is you factorize this and then resolve into partial fraction. It's a very lengthy expression, please. Very lengthy. Because it is going to give a complex form of expression, so on. So first of all, what I do is I will expand this, which will be using also in all design and problems as well. I will complete the square on this. Hope you remember a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is a plus b whole square. So what I do is I will write it as a square plus 2a, a is s here, into delta omega n b, 2ab is there. To complete this, what should I do? I must add b squared. B squared means delta omega n whole square. Plus already there is omega n square, but not to spoil the expression here, I will deduct. The mathematical language used here is add and subtract this part. But don't subtract now. First three terms will give you s plus delta omega n whole square. Am I right? Plus this one, between these two, omega n squared here, this is delta squared, omega n squared. Which is common? Omega n squared. Removing that as the common factor, you can write it as 1 by this. Omega n squared into 1 by delta squared. As omega n and delta are important in the performance characteristics of the system, even this also is very important, perhaps more important. So s plus delta omega n whole square, therefore we represent that by another notation called omega d squared. Call these three. So what is that omega d? What is that omega d, please? Obviously omega d is omega n into root of 1 minus delta squared. What are the values of delta practically speaking? Most of the cases, delta is greater than 0 but less than 1. That means delta is a fraction. Less than 1. So what happens to this? 1 minus something is what? Less than 1. Under root, another less than 1. For example, if you take the square root of 0.49, what is that? It is 0.7. Greater than this, that way. Which means this part, delta greater than 0, less than 1, is going to be giving you value, which is a fraction, decimal value. That means it will be less than omega n for delta greater than 0, less than 1. More practical. Occasionally, delta will be equal to 0. And obviously is equal to omega n if delta is equal to 0. By chance, by mistake, by bad luck in the design, if you get delta greater than 1, delta equal to 1 is good for this. Delta equal to 1 is omega d becomes 0. That means it becomes a DC. No oscillation becomes useless for us. Right? You may use in some special case. Delta greater than 1 means this will be greater than 1 numerically but negative. Isn't it? Which means it is not existing. Native frequency means you are going backwards. And therefore, omega d becoming complex or imaginary, whatever it is unwelcome. If that is so, you are going to redesign the system. Follow? This omega d, therefore, is called the natural frequency of underdamped system. For undamped system, delta equal to 0. The value of this, please remember, this comes quite often in the revision of this. This is less than omega n. Omega n is greater. With this in background, we will rewrite the expression for C of S. Please permit me to rub off all this. Derive that in a neat manner. The derivation is important. Even for problems also it will be important. So what is C of S? Is equal to omega n squared over S into, that isn't it? S into what? S plus delta omega n whole square plus omega d squared. This, what should I do? I don't want to do by partial fraction method. That will be a very long process. So what I do is, you write the denominator this denominator, original denominator. What is that? This is s into s squared plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n squared. You can write this if you want afterwards also. So what I do is I will write this part first here. S squared plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n squared. So what should I do now? Numerator has only omega n squared, which means it is minus of s squared plus 2 delta omega n. Am I right, please? I am right, of course. Now what do I do? Hope you remember the simple equation from mathematics. A plus b by c is what? I can write it as a by c plus b by c. So this is a, this is b, and this is c. So what do I get if I do this? Don't you think this one and this one get cancelled? So you'll get what? 1 by s independent term minus this by this. Right? So I can write in brackets is s into s plus etc. Correct? So I'll skip one step. This s can be cancelled with this s. Am I right? And then what do you get? Just s plus 2 delta omega n divided by denominator. Denominator, just put it as d, please. The same thing. Okay, or shall I write it in full? Nothing wrong there. What do we get here? What should I get? S squared plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n squared. Right up? Finally, this I am going to write. Please remember, whenever you get expressions like this, in the denominator of any fraction, it will indicate the presence of function like this. Hope you remember Laplace of e to the power of minus at if I write sine omega t. Do you know the Laplace of this? Just remember the final answer. If you remember this, it is omega over s plus r a whole squared, isn't it? Plus omega squared. Supposing this were cos e to the power minus at cos omega t, you would get it as s plus a over same denominator. So please remember throughout your life, this comes not only in this subject, in many other subjects like signals and others. So the presence of factor like this or written like this will indicate the presence of sine function or cosine function or both. Here, you see here what I do, I rewrite, please follow. It's just mathematics, not control system also. That's mathematics part of the derivation. I will write like this. I will write this as s plus delta omega n plus delta omega n. So I will get s plus delta omega n plus delta omega n divided by that denominator I will write for sake of writing fast. Hope all of you are following. So this I will write it as 1 by s. This one is nothing but s plus delta omega n. Same thing, a plus b over c is what? A by c plus b by c. Divided by s plus delta omega n whole squared plus omega d squared itself is right. We know the value of omega d. Root omega n into root of 1 minus delta squared. Minus or plus? Plus, isn't it? Plus, this one I am going to write like this. Delta omega n over omega d. Okay? What should I write here? Think over. It is omega d over, the denominator is the same as this. Correct? Now we got all the ingredients. What should we do now? Just take inverse, Laplace inverse of this. What do you get? To get CFT. Therefore, CFT, the response required, is what? Laplace inverse of, right? This is 1 by s plus, isn't it? Sorry. This is it. This is 1 by s minus of s. Please check. Please excuse me for the mistake if it is there. So what is the Laplace inverse of the right hand side, correct? This is Laplace inverse of 1 by s. Just 1. Take this term. Is it not just like s plus alpha over or s plus a over s plus a whole squared plus b squared also? What is the Laplace inverse of this? Is e to the power of minus at, correct? Into cos. If s plus a comes there, it is cos of bt. So what is a here? Instead of a you have delta omega, correct? It is cos of what? Frequency. Cos bt. What is b here? Nothing but omega d. So omega d t. Okay? Plus, similarly the second term. What is delta omega n by omega d? Omega d is nothing but omega n root of 1 minus delta square. Omega n get cancelled. This is delta over root of 1 minus delta square. So we write it as delta over root of 1 minus delta square. Laplace inverse of the bracketed portion there. The omega d is just e to the power minus a. At means what? What is the value of a here? I will put it here. A is equal to delta omega n plus into sine omega dt. You need not have put a just for comparison. So I will write like this 1 minus, right? Instead of a, I can put delta omega, which I have written in the notes, please. In the notes you have already, I have put like this. So I can take that as common. E to the power of minus delta omega n into t. I will do one mathematical operation, skipping one step. I will write root of 1 minus delta squared also here. Into, what do I get? See here, what do you get? You get root of 1 minus delta squared into cos omega dt plus, what do I get here? Only delta, because root of 1 minus delta squared is out here. So plus delta into sine omega dt. Here you must use some trigonometric identity. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. If you can get like that, what is that? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, sin A plus B. In that form I want to write, provided I can identify this one as sine of something and this of cos of something. So I will construct a right angle triangle here. This angle I will take it as phi. Some persons take it as theta. Hypotenuse, let it be h. Cosine from first class of trigonometric ratios. What is cosine? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. I want this to be cos, this to be sine. So I will take this as delta and this as 1 minus delta square. It is also called damping ratio triangle. It will be used in some problems, derivations. Please remember this. Many books have not done this, but it's worthwhile remembering this. So, what is the value of hypotenuse here? See the beauty of this. It is root of the square of this, which is delta squared. Hypotenuse theorem, Pythagoras theorem. The root of this means without that, isn't it? That means these two will get out. We will get beautifully, hypotenuse is equal to 1 only. Am I right? That is the beauty of this place, this derivation. Even with a very lengthy writing, you will come to the result very comfortably in a short interval. So finally, or pre-finally, I write like this, 1 minus e to the power minus delta omega nt divided by root of 1 minus delta square into sin phi cos omega dt plus cos phi sin omega dt. Because from this triangle it is very easy to see that cos phi is delta by 1, which is delta. Sin phi is opposite side by hypotenuse, phi 1. Isn't it? Lastly, to finalize the final form of the answer, for derivation purpose, derive the expression for the unit step response of a second order system means go like this, and finally you write like this, e to the power of minus delta omega nt divided by root of 1 minus delta square sin, you always write omega t plus something, isn't it? Not phi plus something. It is omega dt plus phi. Very important, therefore, block this. With voltage also the answer is in volts, it is for newtons. So what is omega d? For sake of writing the full expression, this is omega n root of 1 minus delta square, damped frequency. In brief, what is phi? You take tan phi, but here, right? Phi is equal to tan inverse root of 1 minus delta squared by delta. This is the complete derivation for the mathematical part of the step response of second order system. It may come demanding, offering 6 marks or 8 marks in the exam. Very important derivation, please. We'll have a gap, some break of 1 or 2 minutes. We'll come back.